If you're thinking about moving to Franklin or the College Grove area in Tennessee, there are 5 things you should know before buying here. And these are the 5 things that I talk to my clients about. My name is Mandy, and I am a local real estate agent here in Franklin, Tennessee. I moved here 5 years ago with my family. So I know exactly what it feels like to start from scratch, relocating from another state. I decided to start making YouTube videos because I'm always asked questions in Instagram and through text messages from people moving from out of state. And I just thought, wouldn't it be nice to be able to direct them to a channel that answers all their questions? So the first thing that we talk about is neighborhoods. Neighborhoods here are different. They might look the same online, but they all have kind of a different feel. In Franklin, you have a neighborhood called West Haven. It's beautiful. It's huge. It's on a golf course, great clubhouse, great community pool. If you are from the Del Sur area, which is where we relocated from in San Diego, I always say West Haven is like Del Sur on crack. I mean, Del Sur is huge, but West Haven's bigger. There you can walk to your grocery store. You can walk to get a haircut. You can go to bars. You can go to restaurants. It's a golf cart community, and everything is right there, easy access. They also have their own elementary school, which is very nice to be able to just walk to school every morning. You also have another neighborhood that's called Berry Farms, and that's super convenient. It's close to the freeway. It's also walkable to certain restaurants and bars and things like that. There's newer communities there where the houses are closer together, but there's also older developments, so you get more space, but that same convenience, so that's kind of nice. And then you have the area like where I am, College Grove, and it's more rural. You are not walking to stores here. That you just are not. There's more space out here. There's land. People are building. There are communities. The houses are a bit closer together, but not as close as some. So they're all kind of minutes away from each other, but they all feel different once you're actually living here. The second thing that we talk about is commuting and traffic. Now, 5 years ago, I had all the questions from people like, how is it? How's the weather? How's this? And one of them was always like, how's the traffic? Is there any traffic? And 5 years ago, I would say, oh my gosh, there's no traffic. Well, that's changed a little bit, which is fine. There's definitely traffic here now. And because the infrastructure wasn't really ready for everybody that's moved here, we now have a lot of construction because they are trying to help with all the traffic and everything that goes along with it. So those are things to keep in mind if you are looking to move here, but you need to work in Nashville. On a no traffic day on a Saturday from my house to Nashville, I can probably get there in 30 minutes. But trying to get there at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, easily an hour. So those are things that you want to think about when buying a home. How much commuting are you going to be doing? Also, kids, sports, activities. Do your daughters dance? Do your kids play soccer or any kind of sport? Where are those practices at? Commuting and traffic, well, you definitely want to consider those things when purchasing a home here. The third thing we talk about is school zones. Williamson County, again, is where we live, and Williamson County is probably, it's not probably, it is. That's where everybody wants to live for a lot of reasons. It is the #1 school zone in Middle Tennessee. It is what drew us here, to be honest. And maybe at some point I'll do another video about school zones because I kind of have a lot to say about that. But Williamson County is definitely #1. If you don't have kids in school, then that's fine. And maybe you're either retired and you don't need it, or you're just newly married and you're not thinking about that yet. But I always tell my buyers and sellers, school zones will matter for resale. They just do. So you are going to sell at a higher price point if you are in a better school zone, which also means you're going to buy at a higher price point if you're in a better school zone. It just is what it is anywhere. What are we on? 4 is price per square foot. So online, 2 houses might look very, very similar, but they could be hundreds of thousands of dollars apart. And you're like, what this doesn't make any sense. Well, it will depend on where it's located, obviously. So that's something that I help my buyers navigate, because that's hard to tell online. The fifth and final thing, not final, but one of the top 5 things that we talk about that I think is very important is that the lifestyle does matter more than the house itself. Again, kind of going back to the commuting and the traffic. Some families, that yes, they want the neighborhood, they want the pool, they want the fun events. They want all of that. That's what they're looking for. Some people are looking, nope, we did that, we're done with that. We want to be a little bit rural, not in the middle of nowhere, but we don't want to see our neighbors. We want acreage. Can you find that for us? Then you also have, okay, we just want an acre or two. We still want to be near people. We don't want a big commute to school, but we don't want to be right on top of each other. All of those things matter to people, as they should. And you can find any of those in Franklin, College Grove, or the surrounding areas. But that does definitely play into where you should purchase. So those are my top 5 things that I like to bring to the forefront when I am working with clients. If you have any questions, or you're curious about relocating anywhere in Tennessee from another state, or if you already live here, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions. And thanks for watching my first video.